This is honestly probably the best thing that I ever did. One of the best things, okay? Apart from becoming a father and skydiving, doing the 75 hard challenge literally changed my life. Now, I can probably count in the last 2 years the amount of times that I've drunk alcohol, taken drugs. I could literally count. Apart from 6 weeks in Europe last year, and this is the thing, I'm not going to say that I won't ever drink or take drugs ever again, but compared to where I was, which was taking drugs and drinking every weekend, sometimes during the week as well, I'm a completely different person. And drinking for me is not something that I need to do to socialize anymore. I can do things without that. What's up? So I just recorded like half a solo podcast episode and realized that I'd already spoken on that topic not that long ago. That just shows how cooked my brain is. But anyways, we're here. We're ready to get after it. And today I want to give you guys as much value as I can with this podcast. So I want to put this out to you guys. I know I've done it as well previously in the past. Previously in the past is kind of the same thing. Anyways, great English there, Ben. Well done. But if there's anything that you guys would like me to talk about or cover on these solo episodes and give you some value around, would like my perspective on, would like to know anything about my personal life or anything like that, please, just drop a comment, send me a message, send me a smoke signal, a carrier pigeon, whatever you want to do. And I'll try and cover that topic for the best of my ability and hopefully try and give you guys something back. That's what these solo episodes are all about, is trying to give you something that you can take away and implement straight away. Now today is day 40 of 75 hard. So the 75 hard challenge. For anyone that doesn't know what 75 hard is, it is, I'd say, a mindset challenge. A lot of people like to think about this as a fitness challenge, but it's really not a fitness challenge by any means, because it is hard and it's about, as I always talk about it, stepping out of the comfort zone. Hey, hello. Sorry for interrupting your podcast, but I just wanted to quickly jump on and tell you about the must-have personal development tool for 2023, and it's called the Happier, Healthier You Journal. So I'll take you back to about 6 years ago. I'd just gotten out of jail for the last time and was starting my journey of personal development and growth. There was heaps of gurus, heaps of information available, but so much so that it became confusing. So I came up with the Happier, Healthier You Journal to help you to navigate what can be an absolute minefield. From the very get-go, you open the page and it'll challenge you to dive deep with self-assessments, daily activities, and check-ins to figure out exactly where you're at, where you'd like to be. And then from there, the journal becomes the tool to help you to bridge that gap. So to get your hands on this, click on the link below and don't forget to use INTOCHANGE 10 at checkout for a cheeky 10% off. I'll see you back over on the episode. Pushing yourself past those barriers of, I don't want to do this and that discomfort, and being able to overcome something. And in turn, not just building discipline in one area of your life, but building discipline in every area of your life. And that's what 75 Hard is all about. It's about building discipline. So for those of you that don't know what 75 Hard is, 75 Hard is a mindset, like I said, challenge that is built to try and challenge you to push yourself out of your comfort zone every day. You have to do 2 workouts per day. Both have to be at least 45 minutes. One of those workouts has to be outdoors. So rain, hail, or shine, you're out there walking, running, doing burpees, boxing in the rain, whatever it might be. Okay, so 2 workouts per day. This is non-negotiable. They have to be at least an hour apart as well. So you can't just go straight from the gym, straight for a walk. So I guess the way it's trying to set you up is trying to do something in the morning, something in the afternoon. That's what it's geared around. Excuse me. The second part of the challenge is reading 10 pages of a book. So every day without fail, you have to read a book. This is what I'm reading at the moment, The Wall by Ant Middleton. Absolutely love the book. It's actually amazing. I'm getting a lot out of it, and it's reiterating a lot of stuff that I already knew. But this is my 3rd book that I'm reading this round of 75 Hard. So really enjoying that because I'm getting value and reading something every day. So it can't be fictional. It has to be non-fiction. So whether it's like an autobiography or a self-help book or something like that, every day reading 10 pages of a book. Think about that across the year. So 10 pages of a book every day of the year would be 3,650 pages. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt again, but if you're liking what you see so far, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Remember, all your support is really appreciated, and I'll see you back over on the episode. I think, 3,650 pages. So think about how many books and how much knowledge you could consume in that time. Great part of it. I actually think that's probably one of my favorite parts of the challenge. You also have to drink 4 liters or a gallon, which is 3.8 or 3.6 something liters. So 4 liters is the way that we do it here in Oz, apparently. 4 liters it is. So you have to drink those 4 liters of water, and that alone is something that a lot of people struggle with. That's actually probably the thing that I struggle with the most, to be honest with you. Because if I don't get at least an liter and a half, 2 liters before lunch, then I'm going to struggle and I'll be up all night going to the toilet. The next part is sticking to a strict diet. So you've got to have a strict diet that you stick to. So for me, it's staying within my calories and having not if it fits your macros, but the only thing I guess that ever changes in my diet at the moment is my dinner, and that still fits within my macros. So you've got to have a strict diet, whether you do like the keto diet, whether you do um, paleo, whether you do if it fits your macros to a certain degree, sticking to certain calories. It doesn't matter. You just got to have some sort of strict diet and no cheat meals. That's another big part of it, is no cheat meals and no alcohol. Now, I've actually had this conversation with a few people that were doing 75 hard, and they're still having lines of Coke because technically it doesn't say anything about drugs. But to me, that's a substance. That's something that alters you in some way, shape, or form and makes things easier / makes things better for you. So no cocaine, no drugs either, no smoking pot, cutting everything out. It's about detoxing the body, right? Have I covered everything? So 10 pages of book, 2 workouts, 4 liters of water. And you got to take a photo every day. You got to take a progress photo. So I'll actually, on this podcast, I'll upload my before and after from the first time I did it. I'll do it also from the last time I did it. This is my 3rd time doing the challenge, and I'll upload a photo currently for where I'm at and from where I started 40 days ago. This is honestly probably the best thing that I ever did. One of the best things, okay? Apart from becoming a father and skydiving, doing the 75 hard challenge literally changed my life because it meant that I wasn't putting myself in situations every weekend where I was being around drugs and alcohol. And in turn, it stopped me from, wasting my weekends doing that sort of stuff. Now, I can probably count in the last 2 years the amount of times that I've drunk alcohol, taken drugs. I could literally count. Apart from 6 weeks in Europe last year, and this is the thing, I'm not going to say that I won't ever drink or take drugs ever again, but compared to where I was, which was taking drugs and drinking every weekend, sometimes during the week as well, I'm a completely different person. And drinking for me is not something that I need to do to socialize anymore. I can do things without that. And if it wasn't for 75 hard, I don't think I would have made that switch. Not without, I guess, probably messing up a couple more times anyway. So to give you a bit of background, New Year's Day last year, the 2nd of January last year was when I started 75 hard. So I woke up with a black eye. I'd punched on with my housemate. I crashed my car into the front fence of our house trying to drink drive. I made an absolute goose myself at a party that I was at and embarrassed myself in front of lots of people I didn't know as well as a lot of people that I did know. And that for me was the turning point. It was like, I need to stop doing this because the thing is, I was waking up, not remembering what I'd done and getting told by friends and having flashbacks and just hanging my head in shame. The feeling that I had afterwards was like the worst feeling in the world. I was scared to show my face. And this was a regular occurrence for me when it came to drinking. Wouldn't happen all the time, but a lot of time it would. Or I'd get really bad anxiety, get really paranoid and turn on my friends. So enough was enough. 75 hard started on the 2nd and then signed up for my first boxing challenge as well. So it went hand in hand. I was boxing as well as also doing 75 hard and doing all the right things and feeling absolutely unstoppable. I can't describe the feeling that you get when you finish this challenge because shout out to Annie Frizella for, I guess, conceiving this challenge and bringing it out to the world because it is such an amazing thing. But there are so many people that attempt it and can't do it because it's all about accountability. If you mess up one of those little things I spoke about, so if you don't do a workout, if you don't drink the water, if you don't eat the right food and you have a cheat meal, if you don't read the 10 pages of a book, if you don't take a progress photo, you have to start again. You have to start from scratch. Now, there's an application you download which helps to keep you accountable, and you see the streak of days building up. So right now I'm on day number 40, and like I said, it's mad. It's amazing. It's a great feeling. Even though it's the 3rd time I've done it, I think this is actually something that I'll continue to do through the rest of my life. And the reason I like to do this challenge is just to have a little reset, a bit of accountability, something to sort of help me to stay strict to. Not that I was drinking or taking drugs when I started this 40 days ago, not by any means whatsoever. But I found that with my food, I'd gotten a bit slack. My body was a bit slack. I wasn't training as much as I would have liked to be. And it wasn't a priority to me anymore because I was focusing so much on my business. And being that now I'm doing a lot more online, I was spending a lot more time in front of the computer, which means that I guess my body's going to take a hit. And I noticed that. So I started to get pretty sloppy. Was not happy with how I was looking or feeling even for that matter. Now, after the first week, I felt 10 times better. After literally 7 days, I felt, compared to where I first started, chalk and cheese. Completely different. I felt so much better. And now, 40 days in, I feel unstoppable. I feel so good. My grocery bill's been cut in half because I'm not spending like $60 on snacks every time I go to the shops. My training's been just optimal. It's like it's honestly been the best it's been ever. I've got the best training split I've ever had. I'm training 5 days a week. I'm boxing twice a week. I'm going to yoga once a week, and I'm running at least once or twice a week as well. So I'm able to split that up across my week, and it's the most rewarding thing is just moving my body as much as I am, and it's the basic things that you forget, right? So I mean, if I come back to my principles of positive changes, habits, behavior, mindset, training or exercise, nutrition, and recovery. And 75 Hard sort of tackles all of those things and it builds discipline around all those things. Habits. Okay, you're not drinking piss every weekend. You're going to bed at the same time to get up to make sure you're up in the morning to do the workout you need to do. So you're getting habits around that as well. Reading a book so you're always learning. This, obviously so many other habits that you get out of this. Um, Drinking the water as well, just something that we basically need to do that not a lot of us do. 99% of people that I speak to on a day-to-day basis will drink less water than what they're supposed to. Average for females 2 to 3, average for males 3 to 4, 4 to 6, depending on I guess the level of activity you're doing and the kind of work you're doing as well, and also the size of you. But just as a general rule of thumb, I always say 2 to 3 for females and then 4 to 6 for males. Anyways, back to where we were. So then behavior, you start to behave differently because your mindset's different. You start to think differently. You're not hung over from the weekend. So you're rocking up to work and feeling like you're in a better mood, which probably makes you more productive. And in turn, you're probably going to be a happier, healthier worker. Whether you're in sales, whether you're out in job site, it doesn't matter. You're going to be in a better frame of mind, which then oozes off to other people around you. So your energy, because of your behavior being different, attracts and affects everyone else around you as well. Mindset, like I said, you are thinking better because you're so much more level-headed, so much clearer in what you're trying to think and what you're trying to say, sorry, and so much clearer in what you're trying to achieve. So the mindset side of things, it tackles that as well. And obviously overcoming things, discipline around, mindsets and discipline are very similar. So having that discipline to actually get up and do the workouts, even though, and trust me, there's been days where I don't want to do those bloody workouts. Trust me, there is definitely those days. But I still get up and get them done because if I don't, I'm failing myself and I'm breaking a promise that I've made to myself. So it then in turn also helps with your trust, not just in yourself, but the trust that other people have for you to know that they can rely on you. If they say, hey, look, I need you here, you say you're going to be there, they know you're going to be there. Nutrition, once again, massive part of it. The food side of things, that's self-explanatory. You're not eating shitty foods, you're not eating snack foods, you're not eating, for me, it's like not eating any sugar, any processed sugars. And literally within like the first 2 weeks, I had abs again after being like a slob, just from reducing those things and drinking more water and obviously the exercise as well. But I felt so much better. My cardio, everything just improved. Then training, exercise, it's literally one of the easiest things you can do to make you feel good. It releases endorphins, which are your feel-good chemicals in your body. So that's another game changer for me is just making sure that I was exercising every day and doing those 2 workouts. Getting out and getting sunshine, setting the day up the right way. Then reading the book. Once again, it's like, you're learning something every day, so you're moving forward. And then we have recovery. So making sure you're sleeping enough. That's a big thing for me as well. Like I'd, gotten back into that bad habit of being on my phone at night, watching TV at night with my ex-partner, all sorts of stuff. But now it's like, nah, this is what I'm doing because I need to get up at this time to make sure that my day plays out the way I need to have it play out. Because otherwise I'll be sitting there reading my book, falling asleep at 10 o'clock in the morning. And that is not ideal. That's when you're fighting a losing battle, when you're falling asleep at 10 o'clock in the morning. And don't get me wrong, I still have those days, and it's not because of drugs and alcohol, but it's because of the big day I've had previously to that day, or maybe having a later night on the weekend watching a movie. It all carries across. But 75 Hard, best thing or one of the best things I ever did, and I highly recommend it to anyone. If you're looking for change in your life, that's a great way to start. And if you're struggling with that, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you and support you along that journey in any way that I can, because it changed my life. It literally has. And like I said, I will continue to do this challenge and recommend this challenge to other people that I know all the way throughout my life. And this is the thing as well. If you do it, you'll probably find that other people around you start to do it as well, because they're like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And when they start to see the change in you, mindset wise, physical appearance, mood, all that sort of stuff, when they start to see these changes in you, they're going to go, well, hey, I want a piece of that pie as well. And lo and behold, you'll have people there to support you to do it as well. It is a hard thing because it means probably leaving behind some parts of you that you previously identified yourself with, being an alcoholic, taking drugs on the weekend, whatever it might be, the things that no longer serve you. But remember, if you're actually thinking about this, that means you've already made that choice that you want to do better, but you just don't know how to. So this is the, I guess, quickest and easiest way I shouldn't say easiest, the quickest and simplest way to make those changes, because it forces you to do so. But it does mean you have to keep yourself accountable. But after doing this, you will see so many changes in your life. And even if you just keep one of the habits that you sort of forged whilst doing the challenge, you're still going to be one step closer to being the man you want to be than you were before you did the challenge. Highly recommend it. Honestly, like I said, if you need some support with it or some ideas around what to do with the challenge, or you want even just someone to sort of help keep you accountable, please reach out. I'm here to support you with that. So, like I said, 75 hard, great thing. Not a fitness challenge by any means. It is a mindset challenge and also a lifestyle, a way of life. So, if you've been thinking about doing it, don't think any longer. Yeah, they say the best time to plant a tree was 50 years ago. The next best time is today. So plant that tree today, guys. Start to make those changes right now. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. Interchange out.